Blew a bag on Da Vinci, blew a bag on some Gucci, blew a bag on some Louis. Pop a bottle, make a movie, pop a bottle, make a movie. Yeah, blew a bag on Da Vinci, blew a bag on some Gucci, blew a bag on some Louis. Pop a bottle, make a movie, pop a bottle, make a movie. Yeah, blew a bag on Da Vinci, blew a bag on some Gucci, blew a bag on some Louis. Pop a bottle, make a movie, pop a bottle, make a movie.
What's going on? It's your boy CP. You know, we talking sports over here. Got my dog with me, my road dog back with me again, my boy Tyvon Branch.
What's happening?
What's going on? Want to talk some of this great sports. Boy ain't got no shoes on. He's just making himself comfortable in our house. Making himself comfortable in our home, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely want to get into it. Super Bowl Sunday's coming up. Who you got and why?
The way Sam Darnold is playing right now, I think everybody thought he was going to be the reason they wouldn't be able to do it. And I think he's proven everybody wrong with his play. The Patriots have championship pedigree, obviously. So does the Seahawks, but I think the Seahawks are going to win.
I got the Seahawks smoking they motherfucking boots. I don't think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a double-digit lead. I don't think that the Patriots really had to go through anything to get there. I mean, they had to play an injured Broncos team, and I get it. Best ability is availability. Bo Nix got injured playing in his playoff game, and he didn't get to show up to play in the AFC Championship against Drake May and the Patriots. So Drake May and the Patriots had a kind of easy shoe in, but even then, still didn't play nobody. They had the weakest schedule in the league. I think that's a bad thing, a hindrance when you have a weak schedule going into Super Bowl or going to championship games, because then are you really battle tested? Did you really have to go through it? Like when you have easy street, and then all of a sudden you're going to play the best competition that there is in the league. Seahawks have the best defense, best offense, pretty much too in the league, and you've played some pretty bad ones. They had to go through the Chargers. The Chargers has the worst offensive line in the league. They got 6 sacks on my dog Jay Herbo, and I mean they had a gang of rushing pressures and hits on the quarterback, and ultimately they couldn't produce. I wouldn't say that the Chargers necessarily would have beat the Patriots, but I'm going to say it would have been a much tougher game on them and a much higher scoring game that they would have had to compete in. And going against a team like the Seahawks, Sam Darnold, Sam Darnold the GOAT. 15. This is a 15. The Jets ain't believing him. The Panthers ain't believing him. He won 14 games with the Vikings. Not 1, not 2, not 10, not 12. He won 14 games with the Vikings, and they got rid of him for J.J. McCarthy. How do you, even if J.J. McCarthy is your future, how do you get rid of a quarterback that led you to 14 victories? It's personal.
28 wins in 2 seasons. I think that's a record in the NFL.
Right. It's personal. I think it's personal for him, and he made it all the way to the big game, to the big bowl. There was a video. There was all them the Vikings looking at him now, and just everybody. And honestly, I definitely have the Seahawks smoking their boots by at least 10 points. My opinion. The Patriots might be able to go out there and make it a better game, but I just don't see it. Jackson Smith-Njigba is definitely the best wide receiver in the league. Kenneth Walker is definitely top 3, top 5 running back in the league, and the defense over there is amazing. How do you lose that game? They have to lose the game for themselves, my opinion.
I agree. They are a very good team. The Patriots are good too, though. Their defense has been playing well. Drake May has been phenomenal at quarterback this season. The fact that they're even in the Super Bowl when, before the season, most people had them probably like a 7-8 win team max. I think that's a testament to, Vrabel and what he's doing with the coaching staff and getting the boys prepared every week, because they are a very prepared team going into every game.
But strength of schedule.
Your strength of schedule it's the NFL, bro. It ain't like it's a college schedule. You know what I mean? Every team in the NFL is an NFL team. Any given Sunday, they say any given Sunday for a reason. The worst team could be the best team on any given day. So,
but the worst team don't make it to the chip. You know what I'm saying? So my opinion.
So why are we having this conversation about them like you just said, the worst team don't make it to the chip? They're in the chip.
I mean, they are. I just think that, I just don't believe that they're going to do what they're going to do. But, give or take, we'll see what happens. We'll double back on that. Belichick doesn't He hasn't even been out the league for 5 years. How does that work with him getting snubbed on Pro Bowl? Are they voting on if he's getting
Hall
not
of
Pro
Fame?
Bowl on Hall of Fame? Are they voting for him being in next year's Hall of Fame consideration already? Like, because they voted 12 people or something, I guess, or 10 people at least, 10 and 12 didn't vote for him to be in the Hall of Fame. I feel like this is like
you gotta
back.
You got to get 40 out of the 50 votes, I think, to be first ballot.
Right. But why are they already voting? He's only been out the league maybe 3 years.
I think it's been longer than that.
You think it's been longer?
I'm not sure. But I'm not sure how. I know with players is 5 years, but I'm not sure with coaches. But I'm pretty sure it's the same. But I don't know though, because it be coaches and GMs and they be getting in the Hall of Fame while they're still. I don't know.
While it's still going.
Yeah.
I mean, I think who was it that they were saying he's already in the Hall of Fame and he ain't. I don't know. They can go ahead and put LeBron in the Hall of Fame right now and say fuck it. Because it seems like what the dude said, LeBron James, he said he just got a message or something from his friend for the future. LeBron James is still playing basketball in 2038. Most consecutive games at 3 points, probably. But no. Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like it's get back season for like all the journalists or sports analysts or whatever that Bill Bellicheck, Deion Sanders and all them has been, they felt disrespected or belittled or they didn't get the responses that they want, and now like when you get your chance to get back, I mean they did it to T.O., they did it to a lot of folks, right? If you look at Shador, like Shador is the fill-in for the Pro Bowl. They selected Shador out of every other quarterback that could have been a fill-in for the Pro Bowl. Like, does that make sense to you? He already didn't get first round, but now he's a backup Pro Bowl selection. Does that make sense to you?
I think the Pro Bowl has changed so much that a lot of players are beginning to opt out of it, which is not a good thing. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm happy for Shador, man. Like, they threw all that dirt on him coming out, and made him go through the ringer. Then he can go out there and he proved himself. He's gonna get better. He obviously gonna get better as the years go on. Well, hopefully he does. So for him to be a Pro Bowler, I'm not mad at it. Good for him.
Yeah, Belichick, he stopped coaching. 2023 was his last year with the Patriots. So, okay. I mean, at 3 years, they're already.
I don't know. I don't know how it works with the selection for. I don't know how it works with coaches and stuff
for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Well,
they put Robert Kraft in.
Now, but you can be in a Hall of Fame and decide to unretire and come back.
Yeah, it ain't the end all be all.
But you have to be out of the league for 5 years to get into the Hall of Fame as a player.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like Phillip Rivers would have been eligible probably for the Hall of Fame and he came back.
He didn't give a damn. He wanted to come back and play in 2 games. Y'all could put me in another 5 years. Mm-hmm. You see Phillip Rivers, I think they saying they interviewing him for a head coaching spot. I think maybe even for, who was it? Was it the Colts and someone else was interviewing him for a head coaching spot? Mm-hmm. He'd be a great dude to coach. I think he has that fire, that tenacity to do what he needs to do.
The ultimate junk talker. He talk a lot of crap
without cursing.
Without cursing,
touchdown. Yeah, that's my guy, man. I really miss watching Phillip play, man. It was good to see him come back. A little chunky for the for that Colts for those 2 games, but it was
good to see him slinging it though. Like he didn't look like old Phillip, obviously, but he definitely looked like he didn't embarrass himself. Is what I'm trying to say. Like he went out there, he played hard. Made some plays.
What do you think about him though? Not like you see Cam Newton was like, they could have called me. I stay in shape. Why didn't they call Cam? Do you think that Cam Newton doesn't get the offer to come and play backup quarterback in certain situations because of his controversy and he's outspoken, or because he just doesn't have the talent to do it anymore?
I don't know. I'm not sitting in these meetings with these dudes, so I don't know how everybody views him or whatever, or what the stigma is around him. But I think when you transition into a position where you're making these comments about players and teams all the time, and then for you to think you could just walk into that locker room after you made certain statements about certain players, I think it just...
He's hosting a sports show, so he's speaking his opinion.
I get it. No, I get that part of it. Like, get your bread. do your thing. He's very good at it too. Like it ain't like he you know what I mean?
He's entertaining.
He's entertaining, I should say.
Definitely.
Very, very entertaining.
I mean, he argued with anybody. He argued with kids, rappers. He has been rappers.
And he stand on business. Like if he got an opinion, he gonna stand on it. But I think
fighting with mascots. Cam Newton's he's a funny
He's
dude.
a funny individual, yeah.
Shout out to Cam too. He's a nice guy, stellar dude. I used to hoop with him. He's a stellar dude.
But yeah, like I think once you transition into a certain phase of life, like it's hard to you can't be talking about these quarterbacks in these locker rooms and then go think you're gonna take over a locker room. You know what I mean?
I mean, to Cam's credit though, when he was talking about a lot of people, he talked about, from Justin Herbert to he's talked about Josh Allen. He got on Josh Allen real heavy. Like this was supposed to be Josh Allen's year to make it, and he fell short. Cam Newton, one thing he did, when he was in his best year, his MVP year, he had 40 touchdowns or so. I mean, the guy made it all the way to the Super Bowl. He got smacked by the Broncos, but he made it all the way to the Super Bowl. He played in the big game. He showed up. It's not guaranteed you're going to win the game, but at least you made it there, which shows that kind of clutch gene. And I feel like these other guys, like I love Lamar. It's hard to keep defending Lamar, and he hasn't made it. I thought he was going to come back this season. He was going to look amazing, and he was going to lead them to the playoffs and do all these things, and they're getting their boot smoked. They're getting BTA, belt to ass. What do you do? I mean, is it the coach's fault? The Ravens got rid of Harbaugh.
I don't think it's anybody's fault. The way the league worked, though, like when you have a good team, like look at Josh McDermott with the Bills. I mean, they got him out of there too. I think.
Yeah, so get the fuck out.
It's just when you have a good team and y'all can't get over the hump, you got to shake something up. And that's just the way the league always been. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's getting rid of the quarterback, getting rid of the coach, new OCs, you know what I mean? Something has to shake. And I think
Mike McDaniels.
I think when
was it him or was it the Dolphins? Was it Tua? Did Tua get him fired?
Man, I don't know.
Now he with the boat gang.
Tua,
here today, gone tomorrow.
Tua should have just never came back after them concussions, man. I felt, but who am I to say? He's his own person, and he has to make the decisions he wants to make. But the competitive spirit could get you in trouble sometime, man.
And get your coach fired. It seems.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't make Tua throw them interceptions every game. It was damn near like if you bet on a parlay, you put a parlay together, you could bet on a Tua interception every game. You can bet on him to throw one interception every game. It was almost guaranteed he's gonna hit that. You can go to that parlay, bet on a Tua interception. So Tua's still in contract through next year, right?
They gave him a lot of money, yeah.
So he's gonna still be their guy next season. Mike McDaniels went to go be the OC for the Chargers. Now, do you feel like when a head coach loses his job and he goes to be an OC DC, do you feel like that's a demotion?
Some people are just better at being coordinators. The league has proven that. A lot of great offensive coordinators and great defensive coordinators, it just don't pan out for them at the head coaching position. The head coach, it encompasses so much more than just being in charge of the defense. You got to be in charge of the defense, the offense, the special teams. You got to understand clock management. You got to understand the flow of the game. There's a lot of things that are going on, and it's a lot harder to just focus on, one specific part of the game. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot easier to just focus on one.
There's a lot of play calling coaches, head coaches in the league that call their own plays.
Yeah.
I mean, these dudes. I mean, that's part of the job. I'm just saying, like.
But that's what I'm saying.
But do you feel like that's a demotion?
You calling your own plays, and you gotta still like when a coordinator is when you go to the sideline and you the coordinator and you calling down. You like, all right, listen, I need this coach to talk to this dude. When you the head coach, you can't be doing that because the game is still going and you got to watch the flow of the game. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I definitely understand. So, but I guess what I'm saying though is, do you, even though some head coaches are better at DCs and they get their shot, or OCs and they get their shot, do you feel like that is a demotion because you were once a head coach and now you're going to be someone's OC? And for Mike McDaniel, he actually had other head coaching jobs that they were interested in him, but he chose to go and interview to be the OC for the Chargers, and that's where he's at.
It's obviously a demotion, right? Head coach is the head honcho. That go without saying. Um, it's just a part of the game though. Like some head coaches go from head coach to head coach. Some go from head coach to coordinator back to head coach. It's just part of the game. Like you got to go with what works for you, what fits for you. A lot of coaches look at the pieces that are at the teams they're going
Right.
to make that decision. You know what I mean? So
Why do you think someone like Mike McDaniels, who had other head coaching job offers, or not necessarily offers, but at least interviews for it, that their teams were interested? The Ravens was one of them. Several other teams was interested in Mike McDaniel, and he chose to just be the OC for the Chargers and declined interviews. Why would you?
if you look at the Chargers, they got pieces. So you got a quarterback, Justin Herbert.
Best in the league.
Yeah, you got what's her name finally coming along? What's
Defense or offense?
no wide receiver number one.
Wide receiver? Lad McConkey. Number one is
The kid that he had trouble catching his first couple years in the league.
you're talking about
Fast as
with
shit.
the dreads.
Yeah.
My guy that pisses me off all the time. Quentin Johnson.
Quentin Johnson.
Quentin
Yeah, I
Johnson.
couldn't think of his name.
He might be the best and worst wide receiver.
You got him.
ever.
You got Lad McConkey coming back. You
Trey
got-
Harris from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Big dude, tall, 6'6" dude, big tall dude, fat. I think he's gonna get a bigger
They
role.
got
He's still
pieces,
Keenan,
and then
yeah,
the
Keenan
defense
Allen.
played phenomenal this year. So like
man, shout out to Tony Jefferson, the GOAT.
Yeah.
I think
T. Jeff, my
T.
dog.
Jeff, man, he might be the best. He might be one of the best safety all the time to be at this age still catching picks for the game. Like I think that goes overlooked. Like you catching picks for the game.
Yeah, and for
I
him
think
to
he
be
did
out the
2 in a
league,
row.
for him to be out the league 2 years and come back and do that is impressive.
I don't know what that said about you bum ass safeties out there, man. He sat back, was a scout, he was a scout coach for the Ravens. Sat back and looked at these safeties, said, "I can do it again. I can still do it. I'm better than y'all."
T. Jeff a baller though. Even when I played with him in Arizona, he was a baller.
He said, "I'm better than y'all." And he came back and took y'all.
It ain't-
He started out. He came back to P Squad, elevated to regular, to the roster, and then he's been playing. And he's been on 1 year proven contracts. Every year he keeps making it back onto the team. And the nigga old as hell now. He old as Moses football years. Nigga still playing. Shout out
to T. Jeff.
Shout out to the motherfucking GOAT. So, all that said, safety and corner, 2 different positions. How is it that a lot of safeties are able to convert and play corner?
I think you said that backwards. A lot of corners end up converting and playing safety.
But you was always safety though. But you played corner.
I was a corner in college and I transitioned to safety. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, I think
You think it's easier to play safety from coming from corner? Because you're already a big coverage person, safety, you kind of can roam and just watch the ball.
it's 2 totally different things. I think corners are more
Hands-on.
coverage. Safeties are more involved in run fits and like
Who commands the defense? Linebacker or safety?
middle linebackers and probably both because the safeties get the secondary and then the middle linebackers get the front 7. So they go hand in hand.
So at safety, you're coverage, but you have to wear so many different hats versus corner. Unless you're playing in the zone, if you playing man, like that's your man, you gotta guard him.
And in some man situations, the safety's still part of the run fit. So it is what it is.
How would you describe the difference in them though?
And what?
In safety and corner, like
Corner,
why
you're
able to transition?
Corner, you're more so on the island. Safety, you're involved in pretty much everything. Like a corner game plan could be take this guy out the game. Like a safety game plan can't be that because he's involved in the run fits and schemes and everything else.
What about this? How do you feel about what is it? What do they call it? When you, because I seen it in the college football in the championship game or the game before that, and they call the when you hit it
Targeting?
the targeting, right? I felt like the dude had caught the ball and took steps and made a football move, and they still called it. And when you're safety,
It's difficult right now to be a safety. It's difficult to play defense in the NFL right now because.
you're supposed to let the nigga catch the ball.
But that's what I'm saying. So your job, you always been taught to get that ball out by any means. Like you can't slow down, decide where you want to hit somebody. You know what I mean? Like when you out there flying full speed, like you're not processing the game like that. Oh, you just thinking I gotta run and I gotta make this play. So I think what the league is trying to do is obviously protect the players, but it's gonna end up getting a lot of these safeties and these defensive players hurt
Or fined.
because they're trying to
It's just money.
slow up and you know what I mean?
But a defensive receiver, but I mean, to me, that's always been a part of football. You gonna go across this middle, you gonna go up for that ball,
Yeah.
and I'm
if
gonna
your
do my best
quarterback
to
gonna
smack
throw
your
it,
ass.
if your quarterback gonna throw it, that's on y'all. Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna do my best to smack your ass. Even in today's football league, I say bring it back. I mean, like defensive receiver, I get it when niggas get folded like a pancake.
Yeah.
2 niggas and hit him. 1 nigga got his leg, other nigga hit him in the chest and really fuck him over. That's one thing. But like he caught it, and he clearly has it in his hand, and you got a split second to hit him and make them drop the ball. Why do I have to give up the first down?
That's what I'm saying.
Or the deep ball? Like what? I mean, I'm not a professional, so I can't. The way you view the game, the way I view the game as a fan is different. What would you suggest? What can they do different or better that would help? Because giving up the first down or a deep catch, I mean, that's not fair. Taking a fine, depending on how much, it's not necessarily fair. But I'd rather take the fine and give up the catch. But then I'm gonna take the fine and the penalty.
Yeah. See, all right. So I think there has to be some discretion involved. All right. If a receiver goes up to make a catch, right, and he clearly misses the ball or something, and then a DB comes flying in head first and hit him in the helmet, I think there should be a penalty there. But if a receiver catches the ball or the ball hits him in a position to catch it, like it shouldn't be a penalty because all you're doing is your job and trying to dislodge him from the football.
Right. My thing is, injuries gonna happen. Football is a heavily injury.
It's 100% injury rate.
Right. Like you're gonna get injured, and it's like, okay, I get helmet to helmet concussion, yada yada. But if you smack somebody below the helmet, like chest and down, what do you want them to do? They don't want you to target their knees, but you got to take out somebody's legs. But don't target the knee. I get it. You don't want MCL, ACLs. I mean, teams invest a lot of money. I feel like the business side of it is overlooking the game. The sports side of it is overtaking because owners want to protect the investment over the game, the integrity of the game remaining intact. Like nobody stopped playing this game because they knew how injured. When you look at all the greats, they knew the injury was coming or it could happen, and they continued to play it. Even on defense, you see linebackers get concussions too, smacking somebody. You didn't see Ray Lewis out there playing with a whole arm thing on his arm, and just like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep playing. Like you gotta respect the heart of the game, and I feel like the heart of the game is being taken out with all these soft ass penalties. Even
the stuff they're doing with the quarterback is a lot more egregious, I think.
Even the kickoff though,
like you can't land on the quarterback. Like these dudes is 300 something pounds. Like they gonna hurt themselves trying to fall and not fall on the quarterback. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all to me. It's all to a point where, what do you do? What can you do? Like I don't understand like what they expect them to do. Like they're not really giving them alternatives, and it's like take the penalty and fine. I mean, it's a lot. You see Bad Bunny. You see what Bad Bunny said. He performed at the Super Bowl. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. You see, Buddy said he's showing up in a dress. He's performing in a dress, in a pink dress or something for the LGBTQ community.
I did not see that.
That is not for football. Football is a masculine sport, not like I get it that he rests for the LGBT, but imagine watching the halftime show and a nigga out there performing in a dress. Bad Bunny, what are you doing, senorita? We call her Senorita. Senorita Bunny. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. My dog, you don't want to comment on that because you don't want to get into that. I ain't got nothing against the LGBT community. You can be LGBT non-binary and whatever you like to be. And I support whatever you want to support. If you want to identify as a cat, he's got a cat named Benny. If I wanted to identify as a cat, me and Benny could be best friends and I could purr me out. That's my, that's my prerogative. But this is Super Bowl. This is a man's game.
Bad Bunny is one of the biggest artists in the world, though. So
he is one of the biggest
Shouts
artists in the
Bad
world.
Bunny.
So I just don't understand why people got us why can't we just be I guess it's traditional. Why can't we be traditional in this world? What's wrong with being traditional? This is a man's sport. It's like the military. Don't ask, don't tell. There's been plenty of people that are LGBTQ that played in the NFL. Nobody asked you. When you were doing your NFL stuff, you had to fill out stuff. Did it ever ask you if you were homosexual or not? Mm-mm. Nobody's asking you what you are. Keep it to yourself. Let's play football. Let's keep this away from the game. That's my point. We can keep everything away from the game because it takes away from what we're here for. We're here to play the game of football. It is a masculine sport because it's dangerous. There's a lot of testosterone going on, a lot of hitting, a lot of shit talking, a lot of aggression. It just feels like the world is like forcing an agenda on you. I don't know if he's part of the, someone's forcing on him and he's going for it for the money or whatever. But I think Roger Goodell should step in on something. But they're going to have ICE at the Super Bowl. Did you see that?
ICE is everywhere, brother.
Nah, they got Homeland Security, the Border Patrol that is ICE. They got them traveling from state to state, but they said they're going to have them at the Super Bowl. Can you imagine being at the Super Bowl? You light skinned, you might be half Mexican. They might think you Mexican or something. Can you imagine them niggas trying to stop you and ask you for your ID so they can run your shit to make sure you're not a illegal immigrant at the Super Bowl? And you're going to spend $6,600 was the cheapest ticket they seen at the Super Bowl? Nigga, you ask me for anything at the Super Bowl you ask me for a stick of gum at the Super Bowl and pay $6,600 for a ticket. We got a problem. Well, basketball. LeBron James. Does he retire this year or is he going to Cleveland? I've seen a little fake cry he put out. They showed a little what's it called?
I don't know. He's the ageless wonder, man. I don't know what he's gonna do.
I say the Lakers.
I think only LeBron knows what LeBron is gonna do after this season.
The Lakers got a month to trade him and let another team get off that $56 million. If he definitely he didn't get an extension, why don't he make a run to go back to Cleveland? I mean, I think that's where he's gonna get his statue. He's gonna get his jerseys retired. He's gonna get all the love. It's great you played for the Lakers the past 6-7 seasons, but you're not gonna get a statue out here.
The thing is, though, the Lakers got pieces, right? And they got pieces they can move and really go get something else. So it's a good chance that he could still be a Laker and they could make a push for the championship.
But the Lakers did so much better without LeBron before he came back. They were winning games. Now we're down there getting blown out sometime. What is going on? What do you think is a problem with the Lakers right now? You got
what I see with the Lakers, though. I think once they realize they're out of a game, they pull those guys. They're not really trying to fight to get back into games.
You said the Lakers aren't fighting to get back in the game.
It's not like they not. I'm just saying, I think J.J. Redick is looking at his team and saying, all right, LeBron is older. Luka really ain't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think he just looks at it and he's like, all right, we're not going to force this, try to make this comeback. They still fifth in the West. 2 games out of being third.
Yeah, but they were second in the West before LeBron came. I mean, him... don't get me wrong. He has his days where he goes for 30. He's balling. He's double and damn near triple doubles. He has his days. But him commanding the ball.
I don't think he commands the ball though. If you watch them play, they always play through Luka. It ain't like it's the LeBron James show. Luka going out there shooting.
But what was it? I mean, they were winning
50 shots a game.
I think they were 8-0 or something before he came back. When you got a team that's performing so well without you, and they were saying this even before Luka got there, when LeBron was hurt, hamstring and all that, and the Lakers was balling, and then he came back and they were falling off. It's maybe he's not for their system.
I don't know.
I say
I think LeBron is for every system.
earlier you were talking to your relative on the phone. I think that's a really good point. What did they say? 2019 or what was it?
The year the Bucks won it.
The year the Bucks won it. That had to be 2021. That was 2021. Because I was in Italy at when the Bucks won it. So I would say 2021 Giannis. What do y'all think, people? What do you think? 2021 Giannis or 20? What year was it? 2016 LeBron? Is that what he said?
I think so.
2016 LeBron or 2021 Luka. I mean, not Luka.
Giannis.
I think that 2021 Giannis could. It's not saying who's better. We know LeBron James at this point.
NBA.
We've seen who's better in the NBA. I got a phone call coming in, and I've been sipping on this Paloma with tequila. But we've seen what they do. But if we had to call out an individual year, I think it's more impressive what 2021 Giannis did over 2016 LeBron did. 2021 Giannis did with minimal help. It was him, Chris Middleton, and like one other person.
They had Drew Holiday. Who else? Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
Trying to think of who else they had.
They didn't have a special team, but LeBron had 2016. He was in Cleveland. He had Kyrie. He had what's my dog name? Power forward.
Kevin Love.
He had Kevin Love, Kyrie. He had Tristan Thompson.
I think Kevin Love was hurt.
He had Moon.
Hurt that year though.
Is that the year that they won it, or the year that
I think they won it. I think they won it.
When they won it, Kevin Love wasn't hurt.
LeBron led both teams in every statistical category that year.
I hear you.
But that is remarkable.
What I'm saying though is, all-star team up. When you look at who he had, and you take a look at the Bucks team, Giannis' whole point was, I'm gonna do it organic. I'm gonna do it, without leaving my team and going to team up somewhere else or begging other celebrities or all-stars to come. He had nobody. Who's Chris Middleton? Who's Chris Middleton today? Dwayne Wade's name will echo.
Don't do that though, because Chris Middleton.
But Chris Middleton or D Wade?
He was their closer too.
But hold on, Chris Middleton or D Wade? Whose name is going to be remembered?
Obviously D Wade.
Okay, so Chris Middleton is essentially going to be a nobody in history. Correct?
No, he's going to be an NBA champion.
Nobody's going to remember him. When we talk about players that will be remembered, he won't be talked about.
Chris Middleton had a great year. He ended up being a max contract player. So,
but what I'm saying is there's several players like that. But you could look at the Lakers and say Shannon Brown, right? Shannon Brown will not be remembered, but he was the champion. He was a part of that Laker team. But he
wasn't a critical part.
He
wasn't a pivotal part of it like Chris Middleton was.
Okay, Chris Middleton was pivotal because they just...
Don't get me wrong. What Giannis did in that championship run was probably one of the most impressive championship runs I've seen. And then to top it off with a 50-point game to seal the deal, that is impressive.
And what I'm getting at is though, the talent level. Chris Middleton versus a D Wade talent.
Why you keep bringing up D Wade?
Because you're
talking about the 2016 team.
2016. Let's talk about Kyrie Irving versus a Chris Middleton talent. Yeah. They are light years away from each other when it comes to talent level and who will be talked about. Kyrie will be known as one of the best point guards of all time, period. Chris Middleton will be forgotten. He's not Ray Allen. So what I'm saying is, Giannis did it with a Chris Middleton talent. But
you keep saying it like Chris Middleton wasn't phenomenal basketball player.
But he's not someone that would be remembered. He's not Hall of Fame talent.
He was a great talent.
But we have to call it what it is. He's not Hall of Fame talent.
He clutched a lot of games.
Okay.
In fourth quarters, he was the go-to guy.
Devin George was a really good player at the Lakers, and he won chips with them too, but he won't be remembered.
I get what you're saying.
They will forget about him just like they will forget about Chris Middleton. I get what
you're saying.
And they'll forget about a lot of players that weren't important.
Sometimes a team is just a good team. And that Milwaukee Bucks team was a good team. Obviously, Giannis was the driving force. You know what I mean? But
they were a good team, but what I'm saying
just like the 2016 Cavs was a good team.
But the 2016 Cavs
had guys that was playing that.
That was full of first-round draft picks, though.
Who?
Shit, everybody on that motherfucker was a first-round. LeBron was a first-rounder. Kyrie Irving was a first-rounder. Kevin Love was a first-rounder. Ray Allen was a first-rounder. No, Ray Allen didn't come. No, he ran only come. But who else was on there? You had J.R. Smith. You had Amon Shumpert. You had um, Tristan Thompson. Did I say that? You had a whole bunch of first rounders on that team. But what I'm saying, when you look at the talent level that was on that team,
But you can't do that though because the Bucks had Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Giannis.
You talking about people that won't be remembered? No Hall of Famer. There was one Hall of Famer on that squad.
What's the other
him.
dude? Lopez at center.
But there's one Hall of Famer that's on that team. He was the only Hall of Famer. There was how many Hall of Famers are going to be on that team? Kyrie is definitely going to Hall of Fame. Kevin Love, the way it should be looking, everybody may get a Hall of Fame. Kevin Love might be in there. Shout out. But I'm just saying, even then, Kevin Love, before he came to the Cavaliers and took a back seat to LeBron, he was averaging 20-something and 15 rebounds or something.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
He was phenomenal. So you still had the top 3 power forward, and you had the number 1 or 2 point guard, if you want to argue him or Steph Curry or Russell Westbrook at the time.
Kyrie was coming into his own at the time. He wasn't.
Kyrie was the nigga in 2016.
He was no. I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm saying, but going into it, Kyrie wasn't. You wasn't putting him in the Steph Curry conversations. You wasn't putting him in those type of conversations at that time as the best point guard.
He was definitely in the conversation, the best point guard at the time. It was out of him, Steph Curry.
I'm talking about before LeBron went there.
I mean, shit. We talking about 2016 season.
Oh, he was balling, yeah.
So
I'm not trying to take nothing against. I'm saying.
I think Giannis had a more impressive year because he did it with less and he won. He did it with less and he won. If you want to talk about strength of schedule,
but you got to look at it like this though. You got a point with that, but how often does a dude lead a championship run and lead in all statistical categories? That's a very dominant thing to do. Points, rebounds, and assists. I think maybe blocks and steals too. He might have been up there with those too, but I'm not sure.
I'm about to pull up the Eastern Conference playoff bracket in 2016. Where's that at? Versus
the Raptors were good. I do remember that.
The Raptors ain't never been shit compared to like the Cavaliers or the
Miami.
Miami.
Because they always
Miami.
had to go through LeBron.
Nah, but listen, you're talking about what was my dog name? That small forward there,
DeMar DeRozan.
You talking about DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry? They not that kind of tier. You talking about in the Western Conference, teams 1 through 8 could be the best team in the East. Teams 1 through 8 could be the best team in the East. They have real talent through 1 through 8. Teams 1 through 8. If you look at the Western Conference, do you go look at the East? You telling me Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan was the best conference.
LeBron and them beat the best team in the West. So, what's your point?
Well, my point that I'm making is them niggas didn't even play nobody. So I'm just saying, like, strength of schedule, if we even had to look at what the playoff bracket looked like, right? If we had to look at the playoff bracket for the 2021, the East was a lot stronger than they were when LeBron did it. Like, where is this? Where's the East at? The 76ers was tough in 2021. Joel Embiid and all them boys in 2021 was James Harden was Joel Embiid and all them boys. They was tough in that bracket. The Knicks was tougher than. The Heat was still good. The Nets and Celtics, they were solid. The Nets actually beat the Celtics because that's when them boys, Jaylen Brown, niggas was young. But if you look at it, I mean, the Bucks had to play the Heat, Nets, Hawks to play the Suns in there. And then the Suns were no slouch team. You know, you play Devin Booker and them. They didn't have to play that. I will say this about LeBron and them. They didn't have to play that Golden State squad that was 73 and 9. They didn't have to play the 73 and 9. There's a better argument for LeBron. Could the Bucks have beat that 73-9 Warriors team? That's a question.
I don't know. I think that 2016 season, I think after that season, it put LeBron, that took LeBron to like the next stratosphere, I think. It was like the debate of, can he be, it put him in the Jordan conversation that season. Like what he did, then to beat the team with the best record in NBA history for the championship, I think that was a big deal.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say. I think LeBron was in the Jordan conversation.
I think it was becoming a thing, but I think it became more of a thing after that 20.
I mean, he was born in the Jordan conversation. Coming out of high school as the 18-year-old, it called Kobe the 18-year-old phenom. But when LeBron came out of high school, he was King James. It was never a doubt that he was going to come in and he was going to win championships. They were saying he was going to win 10 championships before he's gone. He was just going to break this championship record. He was going to do all these things the way that we're talking about him. But in general, just being a man-child of freaking nature, like LeBron, like you've never seen no one 6'9", 6'10", who can run a 4.4 and a 40, have a 40-plus inch vertical, and the strength that he has weighing 270 pounds. Like, you just never seen it. Like, what he can do, his intangibles, like I said, I don't think he's the most skilled basketball player to ever play the game, but when it comes to dominance and I can impose my will, he's him. Him and Shaq, when it comes to dominance. Skill, I'm going Kobe Jordan. Dominance, I'm going LeBron, Shaq. That's my opinion. If you ask me for a Mount Rushmore, my top four, I might take Kareem over Shaq just because he had the scoring record for 30, 40 years or something, and what he was able to do was unstoppable. But if we want to talk about skill and dominance, I might have to go Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, and Shaq of course of that. But, my Mount Rushmore would probably be Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, and Kareem, my opinion. Who would your Mount Rushmore be?
Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Kareem, not a bad one. I just didn't see him play, so it's hard for me to put people on my Mount Rushmore that I didn't see play.
I put him in there off of stats in the untouchable skyhook and holding the all-time scoring record too. When I look at championships won, I look at points scored. I look at.
I'm a big Shaq fan though, so I'll probably put Shaq up there.
You put Shaq over Kareem. I'm a big Shaq fan too. Shit.
All I've seen is Kareem highlights. I never watched a full. Obviously I know he was great.
But looking at stats, he has more rings than Shaq.
Okay. But I'm telling you what I seen.
He scored more points with Shaq.
It's my Mount Rushmore.
I understand that, but
I'm telling you what I seen with my two.
But that's like saying we didn't see Walter Payton play. We didn't see certain players play the game, but we know that this is what they contributed to the game. Yeah. You have to keep them in the conversation. I'm saying based off of stats, Kareem scored more points than Shaq, got more rings than Shaq. He was all-time leading scorer for 30, 40 years. It took a king named Lebron James to come in here and shatter the record and keep the record going to where it's almost unshatterable. I don't know if there'll ever be another LeBron James that can come and break that record.
I think LeBron is the GOAT.
That's a matter of opinion.
Yeah, I agree. But
I can't put the all-time leading scorer as the best player. When I think of the GOAT, what makes someone a GOAT to you?
What you mean?
What makes someone? What would make you consider? Yeah, in the game of basketball or any sport, what would make them
scoring, rebounding, assists, blocks, steals, impact on the game? If you talk about most complete player ever, I think he embodies that. Don't get me wrong, Jordan was very dominant. Jordan, it was perfect. It was the perfect storm. That's what I like to say about Jordan. The era, his skill set, his athleticism, I think, Nike being the machine behind them, the NBA being a bigger machine behind them. I think the game was in a bad place, and he helped it out of that place. So they pushed that so much harder, like globally. He was a global icon. I think all those things factor in. Like people still wear J's. There's kids today that'll tell you Jordan the best player and never seen him play basketball. You see what I'm saying?
But I don't say Jordan.
That's like me saying Kareem the best player. I never seen him play basketball.
But I don't say. But his highlights is everywhere. But what I'm saying is,
I agree.
If I look at what makes the best player, everyone always looks at championships. No matter what fucking sports, they look at Wayne Gretzky in hockey. They look at Tom Brady in NFL. They look at Michael Jordan and all these people, in the NBA. So we look at winning.
Yeah, winning is.
Then when we separate, when we take winning as one, what's the next thing? All right, skill set, scoring points, right? Because it's an offensive game. No matter how good you are at defense, NBA is an offensive game. But then let's say two-way. Let's say defense too, right? How many All NBA teams do they have? First selection, second selection, whatever. How many All NBAs? How many All NBA defense? How many All Star selections? Right? The fans, because the fans are watching. And then you say winning. How many championships did they win? How many points did they score overall? Right? What was their skill set? What could they do on the basketball court? Right? So if you put all these things in there, and you look at so many things why it's hard to argue. Even before Kobe tore his Achilles, he had 7 games. His last 7 games before he tore his Achilles, he had 40-plus points in 7 games straight. You can't tell me he wasn't the best nigga in the NBA. With scoring 7, he was on a 7-game run of 40-something points. These kind of stats are unheard of. The nigga, then you look at, okay, everybody made it to the big chip. When we only talk about the best players, we talk about everyone made it to the big chip.
We splitting hairs, yeah.
So, okay, when I have to, I'm a Kobe or die person.
1 got 6, 1 got 5, 1 got 4.
Right, I'm a Kobe or die person. That's my goal in my heart. But in honesty, you talk about a nigga with 6 finals appearances, 2 3-peats. So each finals he went to 3 in a row, retired, came back, was 3 in a row.
It wasn't like that.
Well,
3 in a row, retired, came back, lost.
Okay, he lost it. He came back mid-season, out of shape, whatever, and he didn't make it to the finals. But we're talking about when he made it to the finals. But he went to 3 finals in a row and won all 3 when he was in it. Retired. When he came back, he made it back to the finals. He won all 3. And then he was finals MVP for all 6 that he's ever seen. Then he has, at least 3 regular season MVPs, I think, or 3 or 4 of them. You got all these regular season MVPs. You got scoring titles. You got all NBA defensive teams. You got all these all NBA selections, right? It's hard to argue with a nigga that been in 6 finals and never seen a game 7. It's hard to argue with a nigga that been in 6 finals and got 6 finals MVPs. It's hard to argue with a nigga who's been defensive player of the year. It's hard to argue with a nigga that got all these all-star and all NBA team selections and everything. You mean to tell me that when you were in the biggest game and underneath the biggest lights, you never lost and you never let it go to a 7-game series? You never let it get that close? You took a nigga hard out of his chest?
That's some very dominant teams.
It's very hard, but it's very hard to argue, even with a dominant team. We seen Tom Brady win every game in the regular season. When his playoff games we saw Tom Brady win every game in the regular season, win his playoff games, make it to the Super Bowl and lose.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about teams, what you just stated about a nigga with an all-star team, with a very good team, you're talking about a nigga that had one of the best records until the Warriors broke it.
You can't compare football and basketball championships. Football championship is on one game. Basketball championship is a series. So in the NFL, any team can win any given Sunday. That's a fact. Basketball series, the best team is usually going to come out the champion out of a 7-game series.
I mean, but we seen
what?
We seen.
My point is this.
We seen
that
the
Bulls,
73-9.
That Bulls team was so good that when Jordan retired, they won 2 less games. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals. So, we can't just sit here and say.
But we also seen a team that went 73-9 go to the finals, play Lebanon James and his team, and was up 3-1 and lose.
Yeah.
So my point of what I'm saying
That's
is,
a testament
when
to
you talk about a team and how good a team is, it's not
that
just
Cavs
a team.
Those Cavs teams that Cavs team was very good.
What I'm saying, it's not
those
just
Heat teams
a team.
were very good.
But what I'm saying, it's not just the team, right? So then you have a team, and everyone has to have a team to get there. But the leadership, because when you are the coach and you are the star player.
Let me just give you a better example, right?
All right.
Even Michael Jordan, as good as he was when he first got to the NBA, he couldn't do it without a team. He was out there scoring 36 points a game.
Nobody does without a team. The best nigga I ever seen do it, going back to what we were talking about, the best nigga I ever seen do it without a superstar squad was Giannis.
And Dirk Nowitzki.
That finals
run was.
I think Giannis was more impressive, but Dirk, you can't take nothing away from Dirk. But
Mavs team was just a good.
That Mavs team had, Jason Terry is one of the best shooters of all time.
Jason Kidd is
a
Shawn Marion.
So Jason Kidd is a Hall of Fame point guard. Jason Terry, I don't think he made it to the Hall of Fame, but he's definitely a superstar shooter. Dirk Nowitzki is fucking Dirk. That Dallas team to me is better than with even the players and the Tyson Chandler, but even the players they have versus what Giannis had is still to me night and day. I feel like Giannis had less.
I don't agree.
Number one, Giannis had no other Hall of Fame player. He's not a Hall of Fame player.
First team all defense.
He's not a Hall of Fame player.
Let me finish my statement.
But he's not in the Hall of Fame. Go ahead.
Chris Middleton, both All-Stars.
He's not in the Hall of Fame. He's not going.
I see what you're saying. Jason Kidd Hall of Fame days were before he got to the Mavericks. He wasn't Hall of Fame J. Kidd at the Mavericks.
He still got that talent though.
He wasn't Hall of Fame J. Kidd when he was with the Mavericks.
Drew Holiday wasn't Drew Holiday that he was 5-6 years before that.
First team all defense with the Bucks.
But he wasn't a player that he was before that when he first was drafted, and they thought he was going to be, Drew Holiday. Slight to Drew Holiday, but Drew Holiday, wasn't the same. Drew
Holiday is what everybody.
He was better. He was better defensively, but he was an offensive dude when he got drafted. He wasn't about defense.
Buckets. Well, Milwaukee was still getting buckets.
What I'm saying is there was not one other Hall of Fame player on that team. Everybody else had Hall of Fame player on a team, but Giannis.
That Giannis run was special. It was magical. I agree. It was one of the most impressive runs I've seen.
That's my only argument is that there was no other. My bad. There was no other Hall of Fame player.
I think that Mavericks team can be put in that same conversation with the Giannis team.
But what I'm saying is, if I had to give somebody the edge, Giannis had no other Hall of Fame player. Chris Middleton, he was somebody until he was nobody. Like, who is he today? He's not mentioned in nothing.
You mentioned it one season. That one season, he was a very good basketball player. You can't take that away from him. He ended up getting a max contract.
So he was a one and done fucking.
I'm just saying, like, you can't just keep saying, "Oh, who is he today?" Because in that season, it wasn't.
My point of that was it's the same thing as Shannon Brown and Devin George and a lot of niggas. They left the Lakers and they was nobody. Kobe made them niggas something, but they not.
Down the stretch of games, the ball was in Chris Middleton's hand for him to make plays because Giannis couldn't hit free throws.
Man,
couldn't hit jump shots.
Devin George hit some big shots. Robert Horry hit some big shots. Derek Fisher hit some big shots.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying.
But when you talking about Hall of Fame, Robert Horry in the Hall of Fame.
You misinterpreted what I'm saying. I'm just trying to tell you the caliber of player Chris Middleton was. So don't try to slight what he was doing that season.
I'm not. I'm just saying that all I'm saying is that this. Oh, Robert Horry didn't make it to the Hall of Fame. He got 7 NBA championships. They didn't put him in the Hall of Fame. He's going though. He's going eventually. He wasn't just I was on the team, man. He ain't Luke Walton. Robert Horry, you didn't make it to the Hall of Fame. We're gonna have to petition for that because that nigga was Big Shot Bob for the Rockets, the Spurs, and the motherfucking Lakers. That's crazy. Robert Horry to go to that 6-man. Well, he started though, but he done it was a 6-man. He was big shot Bob for all them teams. He started and he was 6 man, but to be a role player and to be the big shot Bob for everybody's team, he hit the biggest shots for everyone, and that's no slight to Kobe. But anywho, I ain't gonna hold you too long.
Yeah, I gotta eat. I'm starving.
Yeah, you probably need to eat because you looking a little fatigued. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to drink no liquor no more. He's on his 75 hard. I'm on my I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm on my 75 harder.
Hey,
Pause.
yo.
Hey, yo. I'm grinding right now.
Hey, yo.
I can't say I'm grinding. I appreciate you coming out, talking sports with your boy. Y'all have a good day. Drink your palomas. Drive safely.
Love, peace, and fish grease.
Love, peace, and fish grease. Stay black. Peace.